Hey, ready for some art? Let's draw a heart with wings. Take your piece of paper and fold it in half side to side. If you hold it with two hands, it won't mess up when you fold it. So hold it still, crease the middle, and then slide your hands up and down. Open up that paper and take your pencil. We're going to draw half a heart, so go a little lower than the middle, or the top middle, and start swooping your heart around. So it's basically a curve that comes in and touches the middle. Next, we're going to go over to the side of the heart and start the wing. It's a little tricky, so you got this. Just go up and then down like a little hill. And then we're going to start curving some little feathers. See? Just like that. At first, it's gonna look a little weird, but just trust the process, and if you mess up, you can fix it. So it looks like a mini wing. Yeah, put a bunch of bumps going down towards the heart, and then we're gonna add another layer of like bigger feathers that kind of follow that same path down towards the heart. Yeah, the bottom part. Nice. Good. Now we're going to swoop it up. This part's important, otherwise it doesn't look so nice. You gotta curve that up, and then just add your final layer of feathers. Wings have layers, like on birds. This is what they look like. So if you think it looks strange, take a look at a bird's wing and you'll see some similarities. Anyway, continue your swoops going down. Then it's time for a little bit of touch-ups. So just go in, fix some stuff. You can pause the video if you need to. Take a look and make yours look nice. Alright, so now we're going to add some like little lines in the center of each feather to make it look more featherish. If you don't like how that looks, you don't have to do it. We're also going to add like one little kind of baby wing in here. It doesn't really connect to anything. It just adds a little bit of texture, depth, dimension, all the good stuff. Take a look at it, fix it up. I wanted to fix some of my feathers here, put it in fast motion because it's a little boring, but next you have to darken all the lines. We're going to do a trick to make this symmetrical, and darkening the lines is what's going to make it really work. So this part's annoying, and if you mess up and go off the line, just make that part of the line even thicker, and it will look more professional anyway, because when you make the lines wider, it looks like you know what you're doing. You're confident. So get in there and darken up all those lines. You're going to have to pause the video, but it takes a little while. It's worth it. Trust me. Now it's time for the magic trick, the fold and rub. All right, it's not that magic, but here's what you do. You need something hard. I'm going to use a spoon because I'm filming this at home. But if you are at school, you can use something else to press really hard. You can use the back of a glue stick. That's what I use with my students. Don't open the glue stick because that will just make a mess. You can also use a marker. Ta-da! It's gonna start pressing the pencil onto the other side. So now we're gonna do that for a really long time and press really hard. And the trick is try to only do it like where the pencil is. Otherwise, you're just wasting your energy. So think about where the heart is, and depending on your paper, you might be able to see it through, and it's going to start printing. See? You just need it to be a light print. Some would call it a ghost print. And that's what's going to be on the other side to make it symmetrical, and you'll be able to trace it, and it will look really, really nice. So commit to this. Once you get it there enough to see, you'll be able to start tracing. Oh yeah, here I'm going to demonstrate how you would do a glue stick and a marker. So if you're doing a glue stick, I like to use it on its side so it's kind of scraping. I actually think that works really well. The marker would take a little longer, but you can get really into the fine details of a drawing. So like anything you're doing that's symmetrical, you can use this trick, the carbon transfer method. It's pretty amazing. You keep opening it and peeking at it and like seeing any spots you really missed. Once you have it enough that you can see it, you can just start tracing over it. And if you don't know what's happening in one of the spots, just look at the other side. That'll be your guide. It's a mirror image of what you're drawing anyway. Ta-da! A nice, neat heart with wings. And it looks really good. Alright. Oh yeah, I was going to add some highlights. You don't have to add these, but I do think it makes it look really fancy. So what I did was some curved highlights at the top with a little circle. I wanted mine to have like a cartoon look to it. So I'm going to do one on the other side. Curves up. And I put a little extra shine dot at the opposite end. And we're going to go in and just add one extra one on the bottom. I think this makes it look a little more three-dimensional. It gives it a little shine. So I'm going to color mine with crayons. You could use colored pencils. Colored pencils or crayons are best because you can shade with them. Markers, they're a little harder to shade with. So what you're going to do is use pressure. So press hard for a dark color, press medium for a mid-tone, and press really light for a light tone. Add the dark on the left side if you want yours to look like mine. And if you want to practice, grab a scrap paper and see if you can do a gradation. This is not my best one, but you want to press hard, medium, and light. And that's all the different tones you can get with that same crayon. And you can even test color mixes too. So I'm taking a darker red here and kind of blending it in to see how that will look. If I do it on its own, it looks more like that. You can make a little swatch with your colors. And if you're like, that seems like a lot of extra work, you don't have to do it. You can just watch mine. But I do recommend it. It does help a lot with your drawing. For the coloring, it does take a long time. I think it took me like 20 minutes to color the rest of this heart. And I'm a professional, so it could take you longer if you really want to build up your layers of color. But it's up to you how you want to do it. I really recommend adding dark on the side, tracing out those highlights, and building different layers of similar colors. You'll also see later on, for the wings, I actually do a little bit of the highlights with a light blue. Whenever I'm coloring something white, I like to highlight it with light blue. So that's just a little trick that I use. I think we're going to kick it into like a little bit of a fast speed coming up. So if you just want to watch that, you can, or you can pause it and color along with me. So now you're going to grab your darker color. And if you're not doing your heart red, that's okay. Just make sure you have a dark and a light of the same color. Really push those darks. This will make it pop. And what I mean by that is it's going to give it more dimension. So you want it to be a little darker at the edges and then lighter in the center. And it's going to seem like really weird to keep going over it, but really, this is what real artists do. Build their layers of color. You got this. So add your darks in, copy where mine are, and keep going. Next, I grabbed one final dark color. Ding! For this, I grabbed purple. So I'm really gonna go around the whole edge. What I was trying to do here was cover up the pencil lines because you don't really want to see too much of that in the end. So going around the pencil lines and then keep that purple because at the end we're gonna add a little purple halo around the whole heart. It's gonna look so nice. Now it's time for the wings. Like I said earlier, I like to shade anything that's white with blue. I think it looks really good. So I take a dark blue and a light blue, and I'm going to cover up the pencil lines with the dark blue. Oh wait, actually, covering up the pencil lines, but adding a little bit of blue shadow next to the heart as well. It makes it look really nice. That was my cat. Why are you meowing? Alright, I'm back, and we're doing blue. So go over your lines with dark blue, and then get a light blue for your highlights. The highlights will be like on the tops of each of the curves. So if you want to copy where I put mine, I think it's a pretty good spot. So just continue to go around all of your pencil lines with the darker color and do that for both wings. This part takes a while, so I added in like a really bad transition coming up. Here goes, ready? And ta-da! It doesn't actually print the crayon on the other side. I just took my time. I didn't film that part of coloring it, so now we're gonna go back in with that dark purple and add some final little touches, shadows. Basically, that was just me being a little picky before I started the purple halo. So this is the part that really makes it look awesome. You're going to take your purple and you're going to do these like little light mid-tone swirls around the heart. So take your time. You can practice it on other paper if you want, or just go for it. And you're going to add like a purple glow around the entire thing. It kind of makes it look like a sticker, kind of makes it look like a tattoo, kind of makes it look awesome. So take your time and go around the whole entire edge with that purple. I'm gonna speed it up because, it looks cooler and it's less boring. And there. That took a little while. All right, one more final little thing. Take your dark blue, go really close to the heart and really close to the edge, and just get around there and add in a little dark line. That's what's going to make the purple look like it's glowing. It's what's going to make the heart look like it's popping off the page. All this drawing is about is getting those colors in the right spot, getting those darks, getting those highlights, getting those shadows. So trust me, this is the last step, I think. No, it is. And ta-da! we did it. Or I did it. You maybe watched, if you even made it to the end of the video. Maybe your teacher left this as a subplan. Maybe I left it as a subplan. Either way, thanks for drawing with me today.